And FCT Internal Revenue Service to address errors of remitting tax remittance by individuals and organizations. Hello and welcome to the news at 7 on NTA Channel 5, Abuja. I am Mariam George Jitubo. The second extraordinary summit of ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government on the political situation in Niger Republic in Abuja has maintained its stand against military government in that country. In a communique released after their meeting in Abuja, the meeting directs immediate enforcement and monitoring of sanctions on the military junta. The meeting commended President Bola Tinubu for standing up in defense of democracy in the sub-region. The first meeting by the bloc on the situation demanded immediate release of President Mohamed Bazoum and restoration of constitutional order. Residents of Gwagwalada Area Council are calling for the timely completion of the Gwagwalada Independent Power Plant project, flagged off by President Bola. The appeal is hinged on its economic benefits to the people. Onoze Yakubu was in Gwagwalada to feel the pulse of the residents.
For 37-year-old Peter Ondofa, who farms around the vicinity of the Gwagwalada Independent Power Plant project site, his joy knows no bound for already benefiting from the project, flagged off by President Bola Tinubu.
From the start, many have started benefiting from the project, believing God that when the project starts fully, it will take the whole Gwagwalada entirely. I believe Abuja as well. Entirely, it will benefit directly and indirectly from it.
Like Ondofa, many other residents of Gwagwalada are optimistic that the timely completion of the GIPP project will improve the economic fortunes of the people, as steady electricity is key to development.
It's a very laudable project, and we hope it's going to bring succor to our people and extend to other environs when completed. So we appreciate the President for citing such a project here. And alhamdulillah, we are giving him praise and we thank Almighty Allah for having us witness this period in time.
When there is light, steady one, you will now begin to see that the development will gradually be coming. But if there is no light, everything will be totally down, even in the night. And without the light, remember, it will encourage the bad gangs that moves in the night to disturb the residents.
At least there is electricity. People in the market will do their business. The salon people will do their business. In fact, life will be easy for us.
It's one of the development which we need in this country, which has started in our place, which is Gwagwalada Area Council. Our youths that are going to get an employment there with laborers work, what they have started to do the place. I think there will be employment from the youth, so it will reduce some of the poverty.
The Gwagwalada Independent Power Plant project to be situated on this 547 hectares of land, stakeholders say is expected to deliver gas towards additional power generation capacity in Nigeria, which when completed speak to their responsibility of paying taxes to the appropriate authorities. Executive Chairman of the FCT Internal Revenue Service, Haruna Abdullahi, says tax clearance needs to be taken more seriously by individuals, considering its significance.
For those that are employees of under the IPPIS platform, the issues around tax clearance certificates have become very pertinent now. Everybody needs a tax clearance certificate. Without a tax clearance certificate, there are certain services you might not even get at the national and, of course, at the subnational levels.
Chairman, Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria FCT chapter, Kennedy Iwundu, says there is the need for all stakeholders to comply with the provisions of tax law to avoid lapses. Economic experts believe that the challenge of wrong remittances in the financial system will have negative impact on the economy. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
It is renewed hope for FCT indigents and residents especially rural dwellers, who will benefit from free eye care. Chairman, Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMA, Christopher Zakame Kalungu, stated this during a visit to the Tulsi Shanrai Foundation Eye Hospital, Abuja. Cecilia Julius has more.
It was a familiar
having that people in the rural area are not even aware of this, and some of them may have transport.
Built his quota in ensuring good eyesight for the people.
Have been honored for outstanding performance by the FCT Department of Quality Assurance. Oneze Yakubu was at the award ceremony and brought back this report.
Beneficiaries of this thank you award for exhibiting high sense of dedication and commitment to duty include a retired director and staff of the Department of Quality Assurance.
I'm happy that the legacies we left behind are recognized and are being moved further.
I feel honored, I feel great, and I highly appreciate the effort of the department and the entire FCTA as a whole.
Representative of the FCTA Permanent Secretary Ibe Prosper urges staff to keep the flag flying.
The message is to, for younger staff, the subordinates, to be encouraged by what has happened. This is going to be publicized, and those who didn't weren't privileged to get these awards will be forced to put more efforts so they can benefit in the next years coming. And it will help to bring out the best in them.
We deemed it fit to encourage the hard work of our evaluators. And most of the time, there are people who work in the background and people don't seem to recognize their work, the challenges they have to face, even in doing their work. So it's to act as a source of encouragement to them and to make them work be more committed to the work they are engaged in.
The awardees pledged to sustain the momentum for improved service delivery. Oneze Yakubu, NTA News.
The fourth installed Centenary District Chairman of Inner Wheel District 910, Nigeria, Adenike Banishaye, has pledged a more humanitarian intention for the less privileged and communities under her leadership. Abdullahi Ajia has details of the investiture in Abuja.
The decoration and installation of the 4th Centenary District Chairman of the Inner Wheel District 910 Nigeria, members and guests say, signaled the beginning of a new dawn. The new leader of the humanitarian organization pledges to serve with empathy, integrity, and sense of responsibility.
I am acutely aware of the responsibility that comes with this role. Create a positive impact on the lives of the individuals and communities we support.
In her commitment to lead like minds, she guarantees she will continue to touch more lives positively, urging her team to support her as she leads an inspired packed projects targeted at communities in the areas of health, empowerment, care for the elderly, and provision of potable water.
There are still countless souls out there who need our compassion and support. We must continue to strive, innovate, and extend our reach to touch more lives and make the world a better place for everyone.
I will encourage everybody to, in their own capacities, to try as well as possible and be charitable enough to help the society.
We are so many that they really empower today.
God will bless them. Give them more wisdom and more knowledge to help other people.
On the occasion, a number of persons benefited from an empowerment gesture and food donation as part of walking the talk of being kind to others. In Abuja, Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
And for Sports Brief, let's join the sports desk.
Some members of the Super Falcons of the 2023 Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand have arrived in the country following their elimination from the tournament against England on Monday. The Lionesses knocked Nigeria out 4-2 on penalties in the round of 16 in Brisbane, Australia. Some members of the squad had jetted off to different locations while the rest of the team booked their return home. Still talking football, the Confederation of African Football CAF inspection officials on Wednesday assessed facilities at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja, ahead of the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations AFCON joint bid from Nigeria and Benin Republic. In boxing, UFC 185-pound world champion Israel Adesanya is expected to return to the octagon in September 9 at UFC 293 with middleweight ranking stalwart Sean Strickland as his opponent. Both men are talented strikers who go about winning fights in every different ways. With sports brief, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
Thanks for watching the news in English. Do stand by for translations. Good night.
Kama abajaje yeshe aje wo wona yi wa na baje she ba bedai wo ajuku je bedai am press so ba hiba woni wa go ana baje dai aki tukoda nje nke shi bwa Africa akinya gbodogu na yi nasara nge ECOWAS yi papu sase bai da bedada gachi ai president na ye baza asoko zan shi she abasa se dagna ni Nigeria ki she abada kawida be gobe in Nigeria ki lafiya tsaro bada goye lawalau eyi ki tukoda ya Bola Ahmed Tinubu owo duwani jinshi paje da bada goye papu bolodo nge a da nge a Nigeria bada kawida afutanuwa bagabe a jezolo nge atajia abuida be ba godu gwamnati kupeji anabaji ajagodo dai ege gwamnati viki a gwagwala dai bala gwamnati beje kala ege batu beda boku ba yedna ba zo ona yebaje shidu na gman chenaga nutnu jin eyi tuko da Bola Ahmed Tinubu bega bagbatu ge aya agodu na tutu ye jin gwagwala da oneze yakubu wada ege agwagwala dai bada dai baitu eyiki tuko da bokuni bodo na abamana na do na gegi lo na babwa nyabwa enyai na babwa ko na tutu na ni aso ko teteji ngwagwala da ko abmashu kwache efa palaya agmadaji ebi wa gupace na mui gwamnati municipal adal azafigi ina agmadanu otu na aye lafiya tutu municipal da azalo akadayin nje Cecilia Julius wadai nke shipejeda municipal ya Christopher Zaka mekelongu ejitu mbe nshoko ya kala wonu be dabede ko sanu wo be lo sheba ntonsa tara oko niji ayi ayasa ashigbe jibayin wagodu nke owo gwamnati municipal babma azaji mbafilo na yenyasa yi ajiba ayotutu adada shokoyi wotu obokun na mi balaba mi waji bamana ko inda aza municipal bebe kizi da jabi soko basi yisi be jagodu na nabaro we faga shokoli yisi asi
Assalamu alaikum barkamu da haka a takaice ga fassara labaran mu wannan rana mai karantawa musulmi a taron karawa juna sani na biyu da kungiyar bunƙasa tattalin arzikin ƙasashen Afirka ta yamma ta yi a nan birnin Abuja akan juyin mulkin da sojoji suka yi a ƙasar da makwabtan mu a taron an bayyana buƙatar sa ido akan takunkumin da aka sawa a ƙasar tare da tabbatar da cewa sun yi aiki yadda ya kamata ba tare da ɗaga ƙafa ba. A ƙarshe an yaba wa shugaban ƙungiyar kuma shugaban Najeriya Bola Ahmed Tinubu akan kokarin da yake na kare martabar demokradiyya a nahiyar Afirka. Domin kyautatuwar rayuwarsu ta hanyar samun wutar lantarki, al'umma mazauna ƙaramar hukumar Gwagwalada sun yi kira ga masu ruwa da tsaki da su hanzarta su kammala aikin wutar lantarkin da shugaba Bola Ahmed Tinubu ya kaddamar da aikinta. Wakilin Mushaibu Olivia Yakubu ya ce da mana cewa sun bayyana buƙatar a yi musu aikin da suka ce zai taimaka gaya wajen bunƙasa tattalin arzikinsu da ci gaban rayuwarsu. Za su samu aiki zaman kashe wando da ragu, sannan za a sami tsaro mai ɗorewa da kyautatuwar rayuwa gaba ɗaya. Lokaci yayi da ake kyautata zato 'yan asalin birnin tarayyar ƙasa Abuja, musamman matasa mazauna ƙauyuka da karkara, za su amfana da gudunmuwar aikin ido da za a yi musu kyauta. Wakilan Cecilia Julius ta rawaito mana cewa shugaban karamar hukumar Amak Christopher Zakka mai Kalangu shi ne bayyana haka a lokacin da ya kai ziyara asibitin gidauniyar ido da ke birnin Abuja, inda suka tattauna akan yadda za a gudanar da aikin domin duba lafiyar idanun al'umma da ba su maganin da ya dace. Ƙarshen labarin namu ne kenan, sai ku yi gobe idan Allah kai kwana lafiya.
Leo gị bụ onye ọma na-ekiri anyị nọ n'akụkọ nke uhuruchi taa. Ọ bụ Okwu Francis Ibe na-ewetara ya ozi. Ọgbakọ ndị isi ala ọdịda anyanwụ Afrịka akpọrọ ECOWAS n'olu bekee nke ugboro abụọ abịala na njedebe gbasatara ihe na-eme na mba Niger, ebe ha nọrọ were gbadosi ụkwụ ike na nkatọ ha kọtọrọ ya bụ nkwatu na ọchịchị onye kwuo uche ya na mba Niger. N'okwu ha wepụtara na ngwụcha ya bụ ọgbakọ, ha kwuru ka enyoba anya nke ọma na ntaramahụhụ niile e nyere gọọmenti nọ ugbu a na mba Niger. Ha tụkwara onye isi ala Bola Tinubu maka mbọ ọ na-agba ichekwaba ọchịchị onye kwuo uche ya n'ọdịda anyanwụ Afrịka niile. Ndị bi na okpuru ọchịchị Gwagwalada akpọọla oku ka emee ngwa ma rụsịa igwe ndị a na-enye ọkụ latrik bụ nke onye isi ala Bola Tinubu hiwere na nso nso a. Ọnọzọ Yakubu wetara anyị ya bụ akụkọ kwuru na ọkpụkpọ oku a gbadoro ụkwụ na nrite elele ịkwalite ọnọdụ obibi ndụ nke ụmụ amaala bi na Gwagwalada ma mekwa ka ya bụ ihe rutekwa ndị bi n'ime Abuja gbaa gburugburu. Ọ bụ olileanya ọhụrụ nye ndị nwe ala nke FCT, ọkachasị ndị bi n'ime ime obodo bụ ndị e kwuru ga-erite elele inweta ọgwụgwọ ọrịa anya n'efu. Cecilia Julius mere ka amata na ọ bụ onye isi oche nke Amak Christopher Zakka mai Kalangu kwupụtara nke a mgbe o mere njem nleta n'ụlọ ọgwụ ọrịa anya dị na Abuja akpọrọ CHANNEL5 Foundation Hospital n'olu bekee. Ebe a ka ọ ha anyị n'ọnụ n'uhuruchi taa. Daalụ. Ọ dịkwa echi mgbe anyị ga-akọrọ n'akụkọ ọzọ.
Kalẹ́ o, ìròyìn ló ń dé sí etí kan láti lè ṣe amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún l'Àbújá. Ọláyínká Adéníjì ni oníròyìn ní. Ìpàdé ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì àwọn aṣáájú àti aláṣẹ àjọ ECOWAS ti wáyé nílùú Àbújá, níbi tí wọ́n ti ṣàpérò lórí ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú orílẹ̀-èdè Niger àti ìjọba tiwantiwa, léyìí tí àwọn ọmọ ológun orílẹ̀-èdè náà fẹ́ kó mẹ́hẹ. àjọ náà wá pinnu pọ̀ wípé kò gbọdọ̀ rí bẹ́ẹ̀ nídìí èyí àtẹ̀jáde kan lẹ́yìn ìpàdé ọ̀hún ti fìdí rẹ̀ múlẹ̀ wípé ìgbésẹ̀ tó nípọn ni wọ́n ti gbé lórí àwọn ọmọ ológun ìlú pẹ̀lú ipá àwọn tó wà ní ibi ìpàdé ọ̀hún kò ṣàìgbóríyìn fún ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu fún akitiyan rẹ̀ láti rí dájú pé ìjọba tiwantiwa kò bàjẹ́ ní orílẹ̀-èdè náà bó ti kórí. Àwọn ará ìletò Gwagwalada ti pàrọwà fún ìjọba àpapọ̀ láti rí dájú pé wọ́n bá àwọn parí iṣẹ́ àti ìṣe lórí irinṣẹ́ amúnáwá èyí tí ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ṣíṣọ lórí eegun rẹ̀ láìpẹ́ yìí. Aṣojúkọ̀ròyìn wa Ọ̀nàzè Yakub ṣàlàyé wípé àrọwà yìí wá látàrí ohun amáyédẹrùn tí àwọn ènìyàn yìí fẹ́ fún ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ wọn bó ti wù kórí. Ní báyìí ayọ̀ ńlá ló jẹ́ fún àwọn aráàlú Àbújá àti àwọn ọmọ onílẹ̀ pàápàá jùlọ àwọn tó wà ní ìgbèríko fún àǹfààní àti àtúnṣe ojú wọn lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́. Cecilia Julius aṣojúkọ̀ròyìn wa jábọ̀ wípé alága ìjọba àbílẹ̀ Amak Christopher Zaka ní Kalangu ló fìdí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí lélẹ̀ nígbà tó ṣe àbẹ̀wò sí ilé ìwòsàn ojú Tulsi CHANNEL5 Foundation tó wà nílùú Àbújá tó èèyàn kò ní ìpè báyìí wọn. Ìmọ̀lẹ̀ nìkan bọ́ àgbọ̀nsẹ̀ lónìí họ́wọ́ èmi lọ́lẹ́jọ́ lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà yìí ẹjẹ́ àṣẹ kó dára ọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan láwùjọ kásìn láyọ̀.